Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to cimnanya on ISIM. Thank you so much for the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across a video, right, where woman called the cops on Native American kids, right? A lot of people are kind of mad at why she called the cops. And to her, she felt like maybe those kids were coming in illegally, right? But then at some point she switched, like maybe like they were kidnapped and all that, and she decided to call the cops to know what is going on. The truth is that she did not call the cops because she felt like maybe the kids' lives were in danger and all that. She called the cops because you all already know how they are threatened by everything they see and all that. And they also, she was like, maybe they are coming into the country illegally because to her, they've been doing that all the time. Now, this is something that Black people have been trying to tell uh, people of color, right? All this while that some people are not for you. And the earlier some people get to understand it, the better for them. You all understand that during the election, so many things went wrong, right? Which is actually whoever, because if you people decided that you are not going to do the right thing, you do the wrong thing, it is only you that it will affect you and also affect other people, right? But then calling the cops on them, is she like trying to send the owner of the land away or something? Because, the math ain't mathing, but then it is what it is. Let's get into this video.
This YT woman thought it would be an excellent idea to take a video of these Native children on a field trip and report them as undocumented migrants to the Flagstaff Police Department. She even uploaded the video insinuating that they were undocumented migrants. Imagine being so uncultured that you see anyone with brown skin and just assume that they're undocumented migrants, when in fact you're the migrant and they are the OGs of this land. Also, take a peep at her most recent video.
So I posted a video on November 14th stating there was a bunch of people in the desert. I didn't know how they got there. I didn't know who they were.
You don't know how they got there? They got there because we pushed them there. The reservation is there because your ancestors decided it would be a great idea to throw them out there. That's how they got there.
TikTok will not allow me to take that video down because I am in the beta program.
I'm in the exact same program. Do not tell me you can't delete that video. You can delete the video. The only reason you're not is because you're making money off of it. That's it. Imagine traveling to a reservation or on the outskirts of a reservation and seeing natives on the reservation and just being like 911 undocumented migrants. Really? Really? She then goes on to make a video stating she loves Native people. If you love Native people, for one, you need to apologize. For two, you need to take the video down. But instead, you just turn off the comments so that you can keep profiting off the video. Everyone, please comment her username down below so that you guys can do what TikTok does best. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler.
I'm trying to update everybody in the comments, so let's just do a video response. The sheriff did call me, and there is a Native American school called Star School on a reservation that I was unaware of. And he said sometimes they do like outings. So he said that's most likely what it is. I've been trying to let everybody know, no more emergency. There's no emergency. It was most likely the Star School just up the road. He said 2 or 3 miles, but it's reservation. I've never gone that far, so I was unaware that there was anything out here. There's like nothing out here. So yes, there is a reservation a few miles up from us. It is Star School. It is nothing to worry about. It's just that when you're in Arizona, you have to worry about these kinds of things. There's all kinds of stuff going on with the border and everything here in Arizona. So, it's sad that we live in a day that you have to immediately get that kind of fear in your heart, but unfortunately, that's the world we live in. But the sheriff did verify, and everything is good. There is nothing to worry about. Thank you for the comment. Talk to you soon.
Bear with me. Imagine that your picture is next to the definition of Karen 2024 in the dictionary. Yeah, imagine this is you. And imagine you live in Flagstaff, Arizona. Flagstaff, Arizona. Imagine you live 730 miles from your state's border with Mexico. a whole 730 miles. And you think the following is a good idea.
Of people speaking a foreign language, I can't understand what they're saying. I mean, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. Where did these people come from? I am 36 miles from the nearest gas station. Flagstaff, Arizona. Where did all these people get? Who dropped them off here? Oh, this doesn't look good. I think I'm gonna call my husband.
So Karen, who is in the desert, 36 miles from the nearest gas station in Flagstaff, Arizona, which is 730 plus miles from the Mexican border with Arizona, decides she needs to call somebody because there are people in the desert that she doesn't know how they got there, minding their own business, speaking a language she doesn't understand. And when she is checked on that, she has the nerve to say the following.
A video response. The sheriff did call me, and there is a Native American school called Star School on a reservation that I was unaware of, and he said sometimes they do like outings, so he said that's most likely what it is. I've been trying to let everybody know, no more emergency, there's no emergency. It was most likely the Star School just up the road. He said 2 or 3 miles, but it...
The caucasity of Caucasus Mountain escapee snow roaches is a thing to behold. Karen is out here, not on her own property. She's out here 36 miles away from the nearest gas station, 730 miles from the Mexican border, and she thinks she has the right to question somebody else being in the desert, speaking a language that she doesn't understand. So much so that she feels the need to contact authorities. Imagine the sense of colonizing entitlement you have to feel to believe that people minding their own business owe you an explanation for why they're minding their own business. And then when you get an explanation that you didn't even deserve about why they were minding their own business, do you take the video down? Oh no, because colonizers are used to making money off the backs of the colonized.
I keep getting the same question. Then why won't you take the video down? TikTok will not allow me to take that video down because I am in the beta program. Once you post a video over a minute long, you are not allowed to take it down. You are not even allowed to set it to private without getting a strike.
So allow me to translate that for you all. What she said was, I am an entitled white woman, and I'm going to leave this disingenuous video up because it makes me money. And to take it down would cost me money. Did everybody hear it the way I heard it? Yeah. Let's get it.
I saw this video on TikTok of a European American lady. She went on a field trip and she saw Native Americans, for example. Like, imagine this kind of place full of Native Americans running around. And this European American lady, she made a video talking about, look at immigrants coming into America. Let me repeat. A European American lady went out on a field trip and she saw Native Americans running around open space, and she made a video calling Native Americans immigrants in America, talking about, look at immigrants coming into America. Let me repeat this again for those who did not hear me. A European American lady in America made a video of Native Americans in an open space calling Native Americans immigrants in America. Repeat that. Repeat this many times and tell me the fucking caucasity of some people. What the fuck?
Gente, I know I'm getting on late. I've been trying to make this video for a few hours now. And the problem is every time I start to talk about it, I get so emotional about it and I get so angry about it. I've been angry about it since last night. And so I'm going to try again. However it comes out, it comes out. If I sound like I need an English or Spanish class, then fuck it, so be it, right? The first story that I'm going to talk about, from 2 videos, is the one out of Flagstaff, Arizona, where this white tea woman is somewhere in Flagstaff. Across about 100 yards yonder, she sees children. At first glance at the children, I could probably tell you, as a mom, with a heart, those kids are either on a field trip, they're taking a walk, they're taking a hike. No. But this bigot, racist, decides to put a video as she's recording these children, without their parents' permission, by the way, and start to say that someone dropped all these children off from the border. And that she needed to call her husband, which then ensued them calling the sheriff. All because she saw about 100 yards yonder some brown children on a walk. She didn't bother to ask. She didn't bother to inquire. She just went with the hatred that sits deep in her soul to assume that these children were immigrants, when in fact they were indigenous children from a school not too far away. So I have 2 problems with this. How are you from Flagstaff and you don't know that's a school? How are you from Flagstaff and you're not used to seeing indigenous children in that area, right? How are you, as a mother, grandmother, sister, and aunt, how are you not asking questions like, where did these children come from, even if you were really concerned? But what you did is you assumed with the racist rhetoric, and that's where you went. And you got the sheriff on them, and thank God the sheriff was able to sort it out, because we all know how that could have turned out. Those kids could have been detained until their parents showed up. Can you imagine the trauma that would have been caused to those children? And I get it, that didn't happen. But the fact that this woman did not even bother to stop and think of what were the consequences of what she was doing, she didn't care. And the fact that she says that she's from Flagstaff, I think this was deliberate for clicks and likes. That's what I think. And also the bigotry and the hatred that sits deep down with who she is. Because people like her are ethically and morally bankrupt. And we're going to see more of that, because they're so bolden and brazen right now that they don't care. This administration has not even taken office and they're already calling. So you can already imagine that people like me and you, brown-skinned, we might end up in detention centers because of people like her. And I can't even speak now because I'm just so angry all over again, because as a mother, my heart breaks. And then she doubled down in her videos that she's not going to apologize. And all the hate that she's receiving, she is not going to respond to it, because they're called to make mistakes, but they're not called to hate, implying that she's some sort of Christian. No, you some sort of racist, ma'am. That's it. And there's nothing Christian about what you did to those children. Nothing. And you didn't care where that might turn up for those children, and if they might have been traumatized. You did not give a damn, which speaks volumes about who you are. And the fact that they were indigenous people, and you know that they have more rights to this land than you, the audacity of your non-pigmented skin. And then she doubles down and says that this is the fear that they live with. Now that's how you know she's lying. Against children? Against children? That hateful, racist rhetoric. And all I can say to you, Miss Canvas Tent Queen, that I hope the same thing happens to you. That you get to feel the same way you made those parents feel sometime soon. I hope karma bites you in the ass so hard. It's only 4 years, ma'am. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's only 4 years, and I hope you put your face out there so much that people know that you're a bigot. and that you gun for children. But y'all have a great
What do you have?
This was a video that was posted a few days ago by the account Canvas Tent Queen. Now in the video, she shows what appears to be a bunch of children inside of a park in Flagstaff, Arizona with the caption, "Who dropped these people off in the desert?" Now one look at this person's profile and you can see why they would make such a video. Here's a screenshot. So you can kind of get the angle here of what this person's all about, because people like this make this their whole personality. Clearly, she is trying to make it look like these are undocumented, illegal people, children coming into the country, and therefore it is a huge problem and a threat to their safety or whatever the fuck. Which white woman tears and fear. Shocker, but whatever. Kind of on brand is what I'm trying to say. But there's just one problem with that. I'll let her tell you herself.
Sheriff did call me, and there is a Native American school called Star School on a reservation that I was unaware of.
Well, I never seen any real Native American, don't you know? That's right. Those were Native American children, specifically Native Americans from the Navajo tribe, on a field trip to Buffalo Park in Flagstaff, Arizona. Oh my God. Here's the thing. The Navajo people exist within the four sacred mountains within their culture. That's where they belong. That's where they've been for tens of thousands of years. These mountains exist in the Four Corners region of the southwestern United States. So that includes Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. The western boundary of the Navajo people is in Flagstaff, Arizona, known as the San Francisco Peaks. Also at the base of the San Francisco Peaks is Buffalo Park, where these children were going on a field trip. So let me just reframe this for you guys, okay? These were Native American Navajo Diné children on Diné land, Navajo land, at the base of their sacred mountain that they had been for tens of thousands of years on a field trip in their own sacred space. Well, I didn't know I never seen a Native American, don't you know? They're fucking native! Fuck! Okay. Now, despite this being brought to the attention of the specific creator, whose name and occupation we are aware of, have refused to take it down because they live in a fucking tent. And this is probably how they make their money. By fear-mongering and making it off of Trump propaganda, whatever it is. And as a result, this school has had multiple threats of violence put against them by white supremacy militia groups here in the state of Arizona, because we are bordering Mexico. There is a lot of them. So much so that, bulletins like this have had to go up. They had to talk about this video, claiming that because of this video, they have been racially profiled, and comments that they are receiving are, as such, things like "run little rats." They refer to the children as target practice. And they are now going to have to take legal action against people making these threats to protect their children and their school. One that I will remind you is full of Native American Navajo Diné children just simply existing on their own land and going to a park that was of cultural and historic significance to the Navajo people. And here's honestly the point of this video, right? There's no shaming this creator. I'm not trying to, it doesn't matter. They have no shame. Clearly, they don't fucking give a fuck. So here's what I do want to put out there, though. It's important that a lot of you, I was born in Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm from Flagstaff, Arizona. Here's what I will say. There's a lot of Navajo Diné people who live there. There's a lot of Navajo Diné people who may be experiencing or are going to experience violence and hate and racism to them because of this video and because of this creator, specifically their children. This creator exists in this community of Flagstaff. This community doesn't just exist, but they move, they transit, they will show up on your doorstep because this creator is an Instacart driver. And if she's going to be existing in this community and in this town, amongst Navajo people on Navajo land, demonizing Navajo children, refusing to take it down or do any correction whatsoever, then you, all of you there, deserve to know who this is. Her name is Amy Hawkins. Again, and she's an Instacart driver. So if you get Instacart, be aware who you might be inviting onto your doorstep and what they may record and put out there for everyone to see, especially if you're a person of color. For those of you who live there, be aware. Understand the world that we live in today, and that being of brown skin is enough for some people. Have a good day.
Because I have white skin, that automatically has to be what it was.
That is Canvas Tent Queen making a bullshit ass apology video after she posted a video a couple days ago of a bunch of Native American children on a field trip and painted them and angled them out to be illegal immigrants, sparking a ton of issues for that school, including death threats, getting law enforcement involved, and as a result, the parents and the school have had to take legal actions to instill protections for the kids. Now, myself and a few other people have taken it upon ourselves to comment and respond to this woman and let her know that what she has done has been very problematic. And instead of removing the video, which continues to be circulated amongst neo-Nazi groups here in the state of Arizona, she has doubled down by making this apology video in which she is claiming she is a victim because she is being profiled for being white. Yeah. So let's go ahead and break this video down because I don't want you to bleed from the ears like the rest of us did, and respond. So here we go.
That video has now been twisted, turned, and lit on fire. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing I can do about it.
Twist and turned and set on fire, she says. Meanwhile, she's recording a bunch of random children and putting the most dramatic music you can find. I can't. And yes, there is something you can do about it. You can take the video down and quit spreading and fueling this whole situation. But go on.
Same question. Then why won't you take the video down? TikTok will not allow me to take that video down because I am in the beta program. Once you post a video over a minute long, you are not allowed to take it down. You are not even allowed to set it to private without getting a strike.
That's not true. It's not true. Listen, lady, as of right now, I'm currently sitting at 2.6 million followers, meaning that I make a living off of this thing, and I know a thing or two about this program that you're talking about because I so happen to be on it as well. First off, you're not on the beta program. It's been out of beta for a long time now. You're on the TikTok creativity program. A program that, yes, requires you to have a video over a minute long, has to be original content, can't violate copyright, yada, yada, yada. What is not a violation of the creativity program is deleting videos. It's never been a thing. It does not count as a strike against you whatsoever. It does not penalize you in any way, shape, or form. What kind of platform would allow, or rather force, their creators to keep content up that they don't want to leave up? It doesn't exist. Simply short, you want to keep the video up because it's paying you. You want to keep the video up because it's the most viewed video on your page. You have 12,000 followers. The most attention you've probably ever gotten on this app. And you don't want to take it away because it takes money out of your bank account. That's why. So get that straight. Your paycheck means a lot more than the lives of children. But go on.
Without getting a strike. When I posted that video, I meant no insult to any American. I don't care what skin tone you are.
Any American. Doesn't matter what skin tone you are. Let me ask you this, lady. If you were at that same park or road or wherever you were at, and those were a bunch of white Caucasian children, would you have reacted the same? No. I'll answer that for you. No, you would not have acted the same. So that's a lie. You absolutely care about what color these children are or what color people are, or whether or not you're going to call the police on them to verify that they actually belong to be there. Would have never happened, and don't pretend like it won't. But we shall go on. What else you got to say?
I did not know who those people were. If it could be one of the, I don't know, millions of people that are coming into our country illegally. That's happening on a daily basis and has been, for 4 years now.
Well, they've been coming here illegally for a lot longer than that. Since 1492 to be exact. Might want to look in the mirror there a little bit. But go on. What else you got?
That's happening. And I also don't see how that correlates to I hate Native people. I don't understand.
You don't hate Native people. You just don't value Native people. You don't value anyone other than yourself. The mere fact that you're leaving the video up because it's putting money in your pocket despite putting children in danger tells us that, which again is pretty on brand, if you know what I'm talking about. You have the know, you have the understanding, you have the means to do it. You're not going to be punished for doing so. You're just not going to fucking do it. And in fact, you're going to lie about it. That's why we know what it is you stand for. I'm going to be breaking this down further here later on today. Make sure and follow, like the video, share the video. Fuck that lady. I will be doing a part 2 later on today. So catch y'all tonight.
So this is all I got from this video, and I really do not have a lot to say when it comes to this, because I mean, majority of you did what you did during the election, and that it's I think, or I'm just going to let you people sort this problem out, because if you people had voted wisely, I am sure some certain things at the same time also won't be happening, right? So I am very sure that this woman made this the call because she called the cops on the kids, right? To her, thinking that there are probably illegal people coming into the country. And you all already know how they do not want that, and how they are trying as hard or as much as they can to curb it, right? And it's really, really, I don't know, but there is nothing dicey about this. You all already know the woman, what they know how to do best, right? And if I am to ask, like, why did Native Americans, why did they do what they did, right? I've been asking them this, but yeah, I am sure that something like this will continue to happen. This will not be the first, this also will not be the last, because you all already know that there is a clause right now when it comes to seeing people that do not look like them, right? And when they get that view or see something like that, you all should expect more cops to be called on people just for no reason. Why? Because they probably do not feel comfortable at a particular point in time, or they feel like like people coming to the country all the time and all that. So, this kind of call will absolutely be very rampant from now to January. And from January, it's going to increase, because you all already know how much they do not want to see a lot of people around. So they are working as hard as much as they can to make sure that some people leave. And you all knew all this, that some majority of you are not wanted, and you all still voted against your own interest, right? So like I said, I may not have a lot to talk when it comes to this, because it is actually not it is got nothing to do with Black people. But why I decided to bring it is because you all thought that some certain things will not happen to you, because some people feel like they are immune, or their proximity to already made them white. So they do not see themselves as maybe minority is not the right word to use, maybe people of color and all that. But you all already know that Black people told you people that you all are on the target. And the reality is that I can imagine people, the owner of the land and all that, people calling the cops on the owner of the land. So if there is anybody that should be sent back home, you all already know that you all already know who that should be. But then it is what it is. I am not going to say that I am happy for what is going on or what is happening. But I think everything is a teachable. Like, there are some things you watch and see, and you absolutely know that it is a teachable moment for everybody. And also, people should use the opportunity to learn from that story, because there is a lot to learn from this particular one. And I really hope that you all are bracing up, because it is really going to be tough. And thank you so much for the support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.